Hey guys, my name is Xochitl. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with some more makeup tutorials, reviews, demos, chit-chat, get ready with me, and more. Today I wanted to talk about the Maybelline, their new Soda Pop palette, and also give you guys a little tutorial so you guys can see these colors in action. Something really simple, colorful, but I think totally wearable. I have it on my eyes today, and I just wanted to kind of talk about this palette. I picked this up at Ulta. I'm gonna do it upside down so it's not too much glare for you guys. But I picked this up at Ulta for $13.99. You can probably get it even cheaper at Target or Walmart, save $1 or $2. But kind of similar format to their Lemonade Craze palette, which I'll link that video down below. That has like bright pops of pink, corals, and yellows. And I did a tutorial which a lot of you guys really liked. So I was like, I need to pick up the Soda Pop palette and kind of see how do the colors perform, is there any difference, and you know, as well as like different kind of color scheme in general I feel like for Maybelline. And I gotta say, I think they stepped it up a notch with the formula of these eyeshadows, the formula and the pigmentation. I liked the Lemonade Craze palette, but I definitely felt like if I had not used maybe like that white shadow base, I feel like maybe the colors wouldn't have been as pigmented, whereas this one all I did was use my regular eyeshadow primer, and this is the look that I got, and I thought they were very pigmented, blendable, and the colors are great, the shimmers and the mattes, which I talked about before. I feel like drugstore sometimes can be hard to do, is a really nice, you know, finely blended matte shade, and the shimmers as well, whereas you're gonna add it onto the lid of your eyes, but then, you know, also you're not gonna see everything kind of flake off within, you know, within blending or within like the next 2 minutes or so. So far holding up really well. I like it, and I like the kind of choice of colors that you can do here. So I think if you guys have been interested, if you really like this color scheme, I hope if Maybelline kind of keeps getting this formula out of eyeshadows, I would totally pick up the next one, just depending if, you know, I'm interested in the color selection. So if you guys have been eyeing this palette, I would definitely say pick it up. I think they did a great job. And if you guys want to see the tutorial of me using this palette, then just keep on watching. Hey guys, so I've already gone ahead and primed my eyes, and I'm taking that matte shade Ginger Ale and setting my concealer, or rather eyeshadow primer first, and then I'm going to go ahead into the palette and take that bright orange shade called Crushing, and I'm going to take my Sigma E35 brush, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and start blending that out to kind of create my transition shade. So I have this nice really bright orange and get gradient of kind of deeper and deeper shades. So just going to blend it out with the fluffiest brush you have, the biggest brush. You want to go ahead and do this a step first. You can totally be more precise with it, but I want to really diffuse it. Then I'm going to go into the shade Cola Float, which is a really nice, a deep, almost like reddish brown type of shade. And I was actually pretty surprised. It looks like it kind of maybe has some shimmers, but it's maybe just a sheen, but it still works really well. It's like a nice, like, it's like a matte sheen. It's weird. It's not totally matte, but it's not like shiny or anything. It's great. So I'm putting this directly into my crease in preparation for the other shades that I will be doing next. Then I'm going to go ahead and take that shade Cherry on Top, and that I'm going to take my my Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is one of the brushes that comes in the kind of any palette that you get, and I'm just kind of using that kind of more flat side to kind of pat that color out to the edge and bring that right directly into my crease, because I kind of want to have that purple, start getting the purple flavors in there. So I'm just using this color to like directly place it, and then I'll go ahead and flip that brush around and I'll blend it out. So just kind of, you know, adding color, blending it, adding it, and blending it to how I want it. Then I'm taking some concealer. I'm just using the same concealer, my Colourpop concealer, and this is actually a Wet n Wild concealer, like a tiny concealer brush, and I'm actually just going ahead and carving out my lid in preparation for whatever shade I put on there, just to kind of have a little bit more precision. And this is a great trick, especially if maybe you have like smaller eyes as well. Going into that Cherry Cola shade and a flat shader brush, my MAC 242 concealer brush also works really well as well. And I'm going to go ahead and pat this onto my lid. And honestly, I was so impressed by how beautiful this color was and like how pigmented and shimmery. It was really nice. I was like, Maybelline, y'all did a really good job with the shimmers and the mattes. I think all of the shades were really great here. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of flip that brush over and take that shade Sugar High. And now this, I'm bringing it to my inner half of my eye and kind of blending it into the Cherry Cola. You can totally just do one shade, but I wanted to do both. Then I went ahead and took the dark brown, a root beer shade, and this is a Real Techniques brush. This is like an eye setting, like tiny detailer brush. You can totally do a pencil brush, but all of mine were dirty. So I was like, you know what, this works just as well. And if you want to get precise, you can totally go ahead and do this. Or it's especially a really great brush if you have really, really small eyes as well. Now that I'm done with the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and take my Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation, and I'm just going to go ahead and dot that all around my face, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with my Morphe sponge, which, by the way, if you guys have not picked up this Morphe sponge, I totally love it. This is like my favorite affordable sponge. If you guys don't want to spend $20 on the Beauty Blender, you want to spend maybe like $7 or $8, highly, highly recommend this. I'll link down below my video that I actually did on this sponge. Next, I'm going to go back and take my Colourpop No Filter Concealer, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight down the bridge of my nose, underneath my eyes, and really start to bring this look together. So once we get the face and the brows, you can really picture it. But I'm going to go ahead and add that, and I use the shade Light 18 here in case you guys are curious. But I'm just going to go ahead and once again blend that out with that Morphe sponge and really kind of highlights the areas around my face. And this really just kind of helps create that dimension. Maybe those are some of you who don't want to use like powder products. You can totally go ahead and maybe just highlight with cream and or like concealers like this as well. So I really like that, especially if you're dry skin. I love it for the summertime to really get that glow. Wintertime you could totally do it too. It's just, I don't know, there's something I feel like cream and some, I don't know, I just like it a little bit better, but totally your choice. But I'm gonna go ahead and blend out underneath my eyes, and you can just totally see it starting to highlight the center of my face, starting to help kind of shape and form it. I don't always do like a cream contour or kind of like that, but I do always like to highlight with my concealer. I feel like especially to help like elongate my face, which is very, very round. I feel like that really helps make a huge difference in my makeup, in the application, and in the way my dimensions look. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the Colourpop No Filter Loose Powder in the shade Translucent, and I'm going to go ahead and set that concealer. So don't forget to blend it out and then set it as quickly as possible. So sometimes I'll go in before, blend, and then set, just in case. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my NYX Matte Liquid Liner. I'm going to go ahead and do my wing liner and kind of fast forward it so you guys can out. And if you guys want to see a how-to tutorial for wing liner, I'll definitely link that down below in the description box. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take my Cocoa lashes in the style Queen Bee, some of my favorites for sure. I'm just going to go ahead and pop on my lashes, kind of show you a little how-to mini quick how I do it in video. But if you guys want to see a very like step-by-step how to put on lashes, because I know they can definitely be tricky, patience, time consuming. It takes a while, but do not give up on your lashes. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take my Milani Prep Set and Glow Powder. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of lightly set my face with a dual fiber brush. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my number 7 bronzing powder. And I'm going to go ahead and bronze it up and start adding that dimension around my face to kind of sculpt and shape my non-existent cheekbones out and kind of warm up and just really bring everything together. You can see like it just adds that dimension. So I would definitely recommend if you want to use bronzer or specifically like a contour powder. I think it makes the biggest difference in your makeup routine. definitely. Once you start, you can't stop though. I can't. Whenever I forget to bronze, I'm like, oh my god. Then I'm going back in with that NYX, or that Colourpop, sorry, loose powder, and just kind of sculpting out the face even further and really just chiseling out the cheekbones down below. And then I'm going to go ahead and actually take my Maybelline blush palette, and I'm mixing that like purple and pink shade together since we have those pops of purple, and adding that with my Wet n Wild. This is a angled brush. I don't know if it's for, you can do blush and bronzer. I think I really like it for both. It's like a $3 or $4 brush. I freaking love these white brushes with the pink tips. They're amazing. Going back in with that dual fiber brush. This is a crown brush. You can probably find this Morphe style as well. Sigma, Sonia Kashuk, blending everything out. Going back in to that shade Ginger Ale, that like nice matte shade, but like kind of highlighted. And I'm going underneath my brows just to kind of highlight that area, you know, that sculpting that I did. Going back in with my Sigma fluffy brush, and I'm adding, I dipped into just a little bit of crushing and kind of blending my brow bone and the rest of the colors of my eyes together, just to kind of really bring that look and just kind of have nice diffuse lines. Then I'm going to go ahead and go into the shade Tonic. Why did I think it said Tong? I can't see right now. The shade Tonic, which is a really nice shimmery shade, and I'm going to highlight my inner corners. You can totally do this with whatever face highlight you choose, but I really wanted to use as many colors from the palette as possible. Then I'm taking that shade Cola Float and a pencil brush. I found one, or rather I cleaned one. Yeah, I didn't get so lazy because of the crap. I actually do need a pencil brush. And then a Flower Beauty, their purple eyeliner. And I'm going to go ahead and line my waterline. And you can totally do a brown, you can do a black, you can do a nude. But I was like, oh, here's a great way to tie in this purple. And I really, really like these Flower Beauty liners, and I was like, I have a purple, so let's play with a purple liner. And I love purple with brown eyes, really makes them stand out even more. Then I'm going to go ahead and take that root beer shade with a Sigma flat definer brush and just kind of, you know, adding a little bit more dimension to my lower lash line. And I'm just bringing it in maybe like halfway, no more than that. Don't want to close off my eyes. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my Maybelline Master Chrome Molten Rose Gold highlights. Since I feel like the pink kind of went with the purple, kind of meshed that in a little bit. And I'm just going to highlight my cheekbones. And like I said, you can totally, you know, use this for the inner corner as well. It just depends what color, what shade you want to go for. But I love this highlight. So many great Maybelline products. Definitely wanted to bring in some Maybelline so you guys can check some stuff out. Like, honestly, they're doing pretty great for like the drugstore. I love it. Highlighting down the bridge of my nose and my Cupid's bow. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my Flower Beauty Lash Warrior Mascara, and I'm just blending my false lashes with my real lashes and also my lower lashes just to kind of extend them and they're not kind of covered in eyeshadow dust, because that happens. Same thing why you got to blend your falsies and your real ones. Next, I'm going to go in with my Colourpop liner in 951. I have been loving this lip liner. Hint, hint, this is going to be in my next favorites. I love this color. It's a beautiful brown shade, which is exactly why I love the 951 Ultra Satin Lipstick. Ugh, love it so much. I'm going to need to buy like 5 more of these. And I definitely like to almost maybe even like color in my lips. Try to get more than just a tiny little line. Really kind of have like that feathering in effect, especially when I do a lip liner like this and then I go ahead and go in with a lighter lipstick. I really just like the effect that it gives it. And the lipstick I'm actually going to use is the Maybelline Hot Sand lipstick. This is a really, really light color, so this is how I like to utilize those really, really light white, you know, type of concealer shades, and blend it out, tap it in with your finger a little bit, and you can really get a beautiful feather effect. But that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed. You can really mix it up with a different lip. Go with a purple lip, go with orange. Do what you please with this look and make it your own. But I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me use all these affordable makeup products. Once again, don't forget to hit subscribe so you guys can keep up with some more videos. And I'll see you all next time.